Okay. And what is that on? Sure. Okay. All righty then. Yeah, no, I do not like that. There we go. Still don't like that. I gotta figure that out. Sorry. I have the second monitor over here to my right, but it's just like not perfect. It's not set up properly. Is what I'm trying to say here. What would I do? Or what did I want to do? I wanted to do this, and then this. What did I do? Fantastic. Okay. Minimize that, and we can see everything. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another day of streaming. As you can see, camera is directly in front of me this time rather than a little bit to the left, and that is because my green screen was pissing me off. So not that it's doing much better now, but it's a little bit better. I don't think I look, I don't know if the word is I don't look good, but I definitely don't think it being directly in front of me portrays me in a good light. So I don't know. Anyways, we'll see. For some reason, I feel like I'm still very bright for some reason. Like the gamma is just, or the contrast is just very high. I'm just gonna turn myself down a ton. Turn the brightness down a bit more. No, I don't know. We'll see. Brightness is still not. Sure, whatever. Close. I turn my thing down. This is in case it flashes my face. But anyways, we're back with another stream of playing the game we played yesterday, which was Home. Now, we have already played all the way through it, but we will be doing things a little bit differently this time. We are going to get the rest of the achievements. I do remember the game pretty well. The house, where was I? Yep. There's the body. So here's the dude. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm. Okay. So, I don't know. That's freaking loud. Now, would we not be able to go into the, is this? Huh. He didn't want to, so no. What was in here? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm not keeping my hand forward. No. If I remember, there was a gun here. Oh man, I had to get out of there. Okay. If that man died in the hallway, what was the blood doing there? I'm trying, like, I want to put this whole story together. I don't know if that's the point of this game, to like make my own decision of like what the story is. Sorry, my character is like right behind me. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that I was taking up. You see, it's just also because I have such wide shoulders, you know. I'm taking up so much real estate, screen real estate. Now, I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. I was upset. She looked afraid. I was upset. She looked afraid. Okay. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. There were scribbles of all kinds on random scraps of paper and notes about some kind of water tower. Did he mean the one by the old train yard? Okay, well, he just says the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm not gonna keep reading the same thing. I wish there was a way to make it speed up a little bit. Did you hear that? An old dining table covered in dirty dishes. There were a dozen beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. Yes. The black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guess there was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? No. Figured this was no help to me, so I left it behind. We're gonna try to see if we can do a run. I'm so confused. Is this our house? Or my house, I mean? So we're gonna let this little guy go. A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? Yes. I don't know if you heard that in the other room, but there was definitely loud. A collection of rusty tools. These looked like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp smelling dirt. Why weren't they in a shed? Can I take it? This was an odd place to keep tool yards. What would they have been used in here for? Can I? Okay. I thought maybe we could take one because yes. Okay. Wait, can I press it again? Okay, never mind. I'm still like overthinking this. Like, yeah, why is there a shovel and stuff here, right? I also want to find out what that noise was over here. So the answer is no. Okay. God, I feel like sneezing so bad. I think I have some really bad allergies today. I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm gonna go to the far right again and see something. Give me a second. I'm so sorry if that was loud. I'm so sorry about that. I don't see anything here. Is that a luggage? I can't think of anything. Why is there blood there, right? Why is he dead here? Unless he was dragged. Okay, let's go back downstairs. Mirror. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. Yep. Some photos. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. Treetops. Maybe the photo was taken at the top of the water tower? The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. I mean, can't I don't know. Who would put furniture there? It was a gunshot. Was taped up. Okay. So would this not have opened if I didn't let go of the rat? Yep. Sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Key card. Key card. No, everything is a letter. One. Key card locker, last one I promise. It didn't make much sense. The smell of old dishes and moldy food was dizzying. Thanks. So these extra rooms and the tables is just so that it can give us an extra sense of I guess backstory, so we can build our own story. Yes. Yes. My question is, okay. Footprints looked like more than one kind and a lot of traffic. So us, definitely. But who else? Wait. The guy upstairs must have done this, but what was his interest in the water tower? Some of the markings matched the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. So before we go, all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait, there were photos of our house. Was she dead for long? No. I'm worried that if I go too far down, I won't be able to go back. Desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded photos covered with what looked like names. Okay, so we know that the very last one... Oh, it doesn't show on... Wait. I see. So it doesn't actually show the full list like we had seen before. We can dig deeper. Okay, so let's go back upstairs. Grab the shovel. If it lets us. Seems like such a long way back just to get a shovel. I do want to go back up. We did. What's the point? I don't get it. Are we supposed to be able to continue or find tools around here? Did I miss something? It wouldn't let me take the tools before. I don't know. Dig with your hands? Let's see what we can find. Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked. Yeah. I'm just like, wait, sorry. Want to check something? Okay. You're gonna say the same thing? I feel like I need to click on things more than twice to see if maybe there's additional dialogue, but I hope it isn't more than twice or 3 times, right? That would be awful. No ways. Okay. Okay, can... This isn't where we fall, I don't believe. So let's, I don't know, continue. I don't want to leave until I fully... I hate this. That dude? Is that a dude? It looks like a dude. Clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. Were there photos of our house there and these clothes? Was that why I was there? I checked my back pocket and realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to that house or did somebody bring me? I just... As badly as I want to do a speed run of this... Oh, let's do the bats here. Did that do anything? Let's just see if the bats, I don't know, happen to move this way. I'm like determined to make some progress here. Did they happen to move in here? Nope. I don't know, start digging. Is there a shovel around here? Are those shovels? Okay. I need to do, so there's, I know of 2 or 3 achievements where, one of them is to just not pick anything up, which I don't know if it is possible or not, because so we're not going to go down yet because we know for a fact. Rope. Yes. Someone just whispered. Yeah, I don't remember doing this the first time. No. What else can I do with this rope? Sorry, I'm like convinced on finding every secret here. Yes, yes, yes. I would like to climb up. Sorry, I'm like... I technically already picked up the rope. So does that count as picking up an item? Does that already defeat the purpose of this run? I wouldn't say it takes too long. I don't think it would take too long, especially if you're trying to speedrun this whole thing to, you know, get out of there. We have cages, small cages though, fumes, but boxes of clothes and photos of ours. This could be like a relative's home. I'm getting annoyed. Okay. Bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. Keep out, danger due to cave-in. But there's clearly things in here. Okay, that's obviously the train. Someone must have helped me. Why would I be here? This is a two-person job. What's up here? I see stuff. Cool. Stuff is always good. No. I'm not. I don't even think I'm carrying anything. I dropped the rope, although I shouldn't have picked it up to begin with. I wish there was running in this game, though. That'd be great. Kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? No. It's a kitchen knife. It's not like there was a place that specifically mentioned anything about a knife missing. I hate that. Okay. Alright, let me go do this real quick. Multiple people dead, though. We know... Okay, so we know it's two people. Dose. Two people. One with a knife, and then one with a gun. With a list of names potentially closely related to Rachel. Unless it was me and the guy that was killing everyone. Maybe it was a list of There's a list of Norman, like. Maybe it was just Norman. Like a list of like people that Norman has slept with. That's the most I can think of, right? And then me and someone else decided to kill everyone on that list. You see how I'm like trying to put this together and it's hard. There's no way we just somehow ended up there though is the thing. Cool. I mean, let me just check it just to make sure. Okay. No more water. Let me go into that first room. I want to see if there is anything in there. Wow, time is going very fast. Sorry, I meant to see if maybe this thing turned on. No. This is the locked door. Oh, let me check something real quick. That's a kitchen knife. So 2 people attacked the security guard down here. Why? I don't know. Why is the gun missing? Let me look at the achievements. Let's all look at the achievements. Okay. Just click on global so we can see better. End your story by leaving. Investigate potential travel plans. Maybe this was what you thought. This wasn't what you thought at all. Open the safe. End your story in the kitchen. Pick up nothing along the way. So, I mean, it looks like we need to do multiple. I want to go with no. Let's just speedrun the rest of this. I can't figure out the story. Besides the fact 2 people came down here. Whoa, it starts over at so it must have started at my house. It would also have to be someone smart enough to know that they have to go get the tape of that security camera. Where did the kitchen knife come from? Unless all the things came from Norman's house. Bro, you're doing that way too early. We're are out of here. I'm just gonna speed run the rest of this. Oh god, I remember how loud this was. We're also gonna do two things. We're gonna go through the I do need to go up there. The only thing we know that's up there is mud. Did you see the bats? Were they there before? So 3 claw marks, which have been everywhere. That's not really a reason. Someone definitely could have seen me. How did I get home from here? You see how it like goes back and forth between like present and then past. So I mean it's clearly a story, but I'm not sure. Okay, and we don't actually need to go in there. It just leads to the train yard, which just held some information that honestly I didn't care too much about. I believe it was this one and then like the middle one or something. That's the river. Oh no, wait, did I go through the wrong? Is this where the campsite is? No, it really is just through the front I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wonder if I could find a way around. Did I need to go into there? I'm pretty sure it was just a plank of wood, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't like how there's someone like following me. Oh god. That was creepy. How I got all foggy all of a sudden. Wasn't I just here? Yeah. This is like to go back, so. Didn't I just go through here? This was the building, okay? Let's just assume we don't care. We just continue along. This is the exit. Cool. I finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I would never be returned there. Okay, cool. See ya. So you can go through the whole game without picking anything up. You would definitely break your leg, at least on the first jump. And then here's where you like hear someone else behind you. Sorry. Yep, this is, so we're at the plant now. After this, we go through. Yeah, he's saying that he hears someone behind him. This is where I want to go through. Because we didn't go through here. Oh my god, another person, not another victim. I took it. That security guard there, just doing his job. His head had been severely beaten and his face was covered with blood. He looked like his head had been viciously beaten in with something. I couldn't stand to take a look. What is this? Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. It was mine. I bought it on a trip out west with Rachel. I barely went a day without wearing it. I didn't look like it worked anymore, and it was heavy. Did I take the watch back? I feel like I already picked up. I buried my own watch? Something just still isn't making sense. Were we one of them? Oh god, that scared the crap out of me, my guy. Okay. This time around, the door was locked shut and there was a little electric box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." Okay. We already know what to do. So let's go do that. It should be pretty easy. You really wanted me to read this? What are the older guys on the line? Like older, like old, or... Rachel wouldn't go out with some older guy, right? Some old dude. I'm just not even gonna bother. Again, I just need to speed run through this. I need to get to the rest of the games and the achievements. Cool. Yep, we're not gonna go for this because it breaks our leg. And that's fine because we don't actually need it. I wonder if the rope was an okay pickup. Oh, okay, cool. We're not gonna get the hammer. I think there's like one or two more back here. I like the puzzle. I wish it was a little bit randomized, but that's fine. What was this locker? The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take it? No. Okay. What was in that room again with the board? I don't remember. It was our. I think it was our. I just heard someone. I believe it was our locker, and it was a ripped up photo of Rachel, I think. So clearly, I'm worried about this one. I hope it didn't lock behind us. Another smudge of dirt similar to the one I found in those sewers was on the floor. It didn't look like the footprints were mine, but they were probably too faint to tell. Let's just assume that it's not. That was scary. Rusted old regulator of some kind sat dusty on the wall. Within the dust there were deep scratches like some kind of tool or blade. Planks, tools, and broken up parts blocking any further passage. The factory was like a tomb now. It never got repaired and we never came back. A blade, the kitchen knife, perhaps? Power firebox looked like it was running again. That's great. Let's go. Yes. Since we know for a fact that this is the correct way. Okay. Okay. We're at the factory. No, that doesn't necessarily mean that either. I can't tell. I am genuinely confused. Oh, a car. A rusty old truck had... Oh, fantastic. Okay. I got something delivered to me. I didn't recognize the vehicle. I hope whoever had been in it survived. I don't remember. Did I see that before? I feel like I remember a car. Okay. A couple things. First off, why did we bury our watch next to the guard? Right? Why did my watch stop working? Okay, and here we actually need to investigate those travel plans. Ooh, Norman's bedroom. Okay, check the sleeve. Oh, it's just saying that there was... Okay. Something... This is interesting. Okay. No, because why would they be against each other? Huh, wait. Huh. No, because our character is constantly saying Rachel. Face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been killed trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. No. Okay. So the first time we played this, I was under the assumption that we did everything. We like blacked out. And there was just something. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the woods. I'd never been to Norman's place before. At least I didn't remember doing so. Yeah, we can't progress without picking up the, He was eating for 2. Maybe Rachel was here. I can't think of anything. I'm thinking. I wish you guys can just like see how hard I was thinking right now. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Yes. I opened up the old cardboard box and wasn't entirely surprised by what I saw. There were more of Rachel's things, more of my wife's clothes, photos, shoes, even that old radio I gave her. Why, Rachel? What were you doing here with Norman? I just couldn't believe it. My head ached with everything that was running through it. Okay. I mean, a couple of things. Either we made up Rachel, right? We're not, she's not actually our wife. She just happened. I'm like, huh. Who was in here again? Oh, we're actually gonna open the safe today. And again, it's impossible to leave Norman's place without using the hairpin. You cannot leave without the hairpin. So you do need to pick something up. Hello? Okay. Mostly empty and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Thinking of going somewhere with Rachel, Norman? We're half melted. I could only think of poor Norman upstairs. Okay. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Of all the postcards, that one seemed to be the most popular. There were only a few left. Okay. I feel like we're missing something, but let's just continue. It's been weeks. At least my leg is fine this time, right? We're not gonna go through any of these doors. We're just gonna go all the way to the very end. See if there's anything. Nope. Okay. Anything for me to click on? Is this cool? Okay. And then that's the door we just came through. TVs. Here's the mailbox. Okay, the neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be. But he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, so don't you think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Again. So the game is making us like feel this way, right? You don't know whether to feel this way towards Rachel or this main character. You don't know if you're the murderer. Clearly there's blood there. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. I can't think of anything. Yo, is that blood? It doesn't. There's blood everywhere. You see how there's blood everywhere? Again, I'm just gonna start skipping through everything. Maybe she just didn't grab or take anything. She just left. It says that the basement is right. Yeah, okay. Sorry, gotta check something. Okay. I had to make sure there wasn't anything important on my phone. Oh my god. Actually, I just realized we do need to look for... I'm not going to look at that. The old water tower. What about it? It's not making sense. Sorry. The old water tower on the website. I don't care about anything here. Okay. That was my office, so on the other end is the bedroom. I don't know, it kind of just seems like Rachel has her clothes everywhere. The man in the house had some of the same books as I did. A few things. One book in particular seemed a bit odd. I remembered owning it, but not that edition. Are we two people at once? I remembered owning it, but not that edition. Unless Rachel wasn't with Norman, but instead the serial killer? Or someone messed up? Sorry, my hair is a horrible mess. My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Yes. we're under the assumption. Okay, well, where is the piece of paper that tells me where they were going? Still requires 2 people. Someone was hurt here. Question is who, where, when, and why. What was in this room? I don't remember. The table. Or sorry, the TV. Wait. Nope, okay. Just the TV. It's like what, some sort of like living room on the 2nd floor. This key opens this. Oh, okay, I guess not. Never mind. This goes into the basement. Okay. And then the hammer is in that room after we find the key here. Again, why would I put the key in there? Honestly, I would prefer to just leave. I guess that would require 2 extra playthroughs. Oh my god, so many playthroughs for this game. Can I just leave now? We have the key. We checked everything. We don't need to check anything more. But fine, we will continue. Let me... Why was the key to here? So this room was where the deed happened. It's funny. This must be where the deed happened. It looks like maybe this was blood or something. Is that a plant? I can't tell what that is. And the crowbar. So the crowbar doesn't necessarily mean that we used it. Could mean that someone broke in, especially considering they said that this room in particular was a mess. Thing is, there is no signs of breaking and entering specifically within this room, but something happened because of that. The other issue is that someone went on a rampage. They just started killing everyone. They killed the 2 security guards, right? There was the security guard at the warehouse. Oh, Norman. Don't forget Norman. Yeah, even though no one likes that guy. And also the security guard over at the sewers. Also the 2 girls in the forest. It says don't look. Like, who wrote this? Why does it say don't look? Why is there a bunch of stuff in here? And also an eyeball? Maybe multiple people? Also a ton of blood. Filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? No. The rags were wet. matted, covered in dirt and grime, but inside the tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? What had I been searching for this entire time? I remembered the look on Rachel's face when I came home, didn't I? Then the awful realization hit me right in the gut. I had been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, isn't it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere else because she was never there at all, was she? I stumbled back upstairs. That wasn't what I was... That was an idea. I did, to be fair, I did say this was an idea, but more in the opposite direction where she was with Norman. She was Norman's husband. Sorry, wife. For a second, I had the theory that that Norman and us were gay couples. Stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my legs just a dull ache now, and sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning, and the ache I felt before was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion, and as I tried to grab hold of something that would make sense of all of this, I must have drifted off, and then this is where we fall asleep, and then I guess we just leave through the front door. It still doesn't make sense. 2 people were required. Maybe this wasn't what you thought all along. Yeah. I guess these books were all actually mine then. My head was pounding. Okay. Yeah, what about... Oh, look, Rachel's stuff are gone. So she wasn't real. So in this playthrough, she's just not real. In the shards of that broken mirror, I could see my face. Gaunt now, hollow and sickly, and immensely troubled. What other illusions had I dreamed up? What other truths were waiting to be exposed? Had this mirror been broken in a struggle, or by some other way? You also aren't taking into consideration, is this the bathroom? Yeah. In the dirty faded glass that looked like nothing more than a faint shadow. There was only one set of toiletries by the sink. I used to tell myself that Rachel was the one who wanted to keep the tub. When was the last time I showered? I smelled awful. Is the toilet still a thing? Dang. I mean, it's so funny. Okay. This is definitely an interesting ending to the game. Although it kind of just deleted Rachel from the frickin' game. The laptop had finally run out of power. How long had it been left running? Again, maybe like 2-3 hours. I mean, I guess if it was just sitting there idly, it could last, I don't know, 3 to 5 or 8 hours, depending on how new and good it is. I should have gone the other way first, but whatever. What was in here? Can we just walk out the front door? Oh, my old office. It used a digital code. Did I try to open it? Yes, but what was it? Sorry, let me look it up. I figured out what the code was. It was so easy, but I didn't put it in because I was frustrated. Oh man. Did I delete it? I mean, I could easily bring it up. Sorry, here, give me 1 second. The code is supposedly 4R3UHER3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. That wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. Wait. No, that was definitely it. Come on. Hello, let me just, Wait. I'm wondering if this code only works. Let me just do capitalize just to make sure that isn't. Oh, there was a poorly framed photo of what looked to be a small headstone in a graveyard. It was tucked away peacefully under a beautiful old maple tree. Underneath it was another sheet of paper. This looked like some kind of MRI printout. It showed the top view of a brain scan. I noticed the bottom of the scan had 2 whitish patches on it. I didn't recognize either image. Finally, at the bottom of the pile was a simple white envelope. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was a good time as any to see what was inside. Did I open the envelope and read what was inside? Yes. Tore open the envelope and removed the yellow lined paper inside. On it was a letter written in a hand that looked familiar. The letter read, "I know this whole event has probably been pretty difficult. You can't imagine how hard it's been for me too." Well, maybe you can. This isn't meant to be an excuse, but, well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like such a dream, a quiet place to get established, to live out our lives, and to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly changed. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into that world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all, but it took all this to make you realize. In the end, though, you may never forgive me for this. You may never forgive yourself, but this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm just sorry it had to happen this way. Rachel. Wait, so Rachel was real? I'm absolutely losing my mind right now. I don't get it. Whatever. I've lost. Whoa, wait. We have to go up. We still have to go to this other room over here. Oh, something. It was the letter I had taken from the post box. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain. But if, well, who wrote that letter then? Who was Norman seeing? Oh, no, Norman. If I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Did I do that horrible thing to him? No, I couldn't have. I clearly wasn't seeing things correctly. But no, I could never do something like that. Whoops. Didn't mean to spam that, but I did. I had that old TV for so long, I don't know if I could ever replace it. Wait. Old TV? It was a new TV before. It changed. The world is changing around us. Definitely interesting. I'm confused about the whole MRI thing. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. I'll be honest. I'm a little ready to just walk out. That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Since I had arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Wouldn't it even be possible to bounce back from everything, that I've seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have been spared me the pain. For starters, the man I had found in that old place, who had killed him, and why was I even there? And what was hidden within those sewers I had found. The tunnels to the man's house obviously led there, but was something that I missed. Was I so busy worrying about Rachel that I was blind? The forest especially was a difficult maze, and I would rest easier if I never saw its likes again. The old factory used to be a haven of sorts, but when I saw it tonight, it was anything but. Those faded walls, those long dead sounds, they had stirred something in the back of my mind, but I wasn't sure what. I had to catch my breath to take it all in at each point until the factory things had only gotten worse. But then going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective on all of this really started to change. Damn it, Norman, what were you doing with Rachel? I mean, what was going on? If all of this was a lie, then what was really happening? Someone had killed Norman in his store, but it wasn't me. Who else would have wanted him dead? But as painful as all of that was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had seen and done, finally coming home was supposed to be the end to the entire ordeal. I had no idea, though, that it was going to only the beginning. The silence in the house when I had first stepped through the kitchen door, that should have been my first clue. To think that I went through all of that completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know before the end? Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? You don't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. How could I possibly go on now knowing what I do without Rachel? Even the thought of Rachel, I was truly lost. As a door swung open, I could smell damp grass and closeness of the air. After everything, it felt like I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth. I'll give you that. But now I was completely lost. It took away the only thing that had kept me going. The game is talking to us right now. I was sure word would get out, and soon enough, the police would come looking for me. And what then? Would you be there to show me the way? What will I do then? Okay, cool. I'm sorry. End your story by leaving. Great. That's 2 achievements. Okay. Sorry, let me look through these achievements one more time. Global achievements. Okay. Investigate potential travel plans. I don't know. I looked around for these and I didn't know where it was. That one should be easy, and then we could probably do these 2. Oh, it looks like we could use the gun, but I don't want to pick anything up. I don't want to pick anything up, and I don't want. So we can do this one at least, right? Or not? Does that count as picking something up? Sorry, give me 1 second. What I'm gonna do. So we do need to pick items up for the escape route. So we will do these 2 next, and then we're going to do one final run of... Oh, wow, it got smaller. Give me 1 second. Wait, I did do that, and I didn't get it. Sorry, I want to do something. Okay, there we go. And then hopefully, sorry that it was like spamming you guys. We're gonna do a quick speed run. We just need to get to. I'm still so confused about this beginning part. It looks like there's so much more. Okay. Oh, you see these marks on the wall? 3 marks. Okay, we're just not gonna click on anything. Look, dead body, 3 marks. Cat. Maybe the cat had something to do with all of this. Maybe the cat and I were together. All I could recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew, okay. Yeah, cool. Honestly, I don't care, my guys. See ya. I don't think we need to do anything. And we can't pick up those freaking shovels. Did I need my credit card at all? I don't need my credit card or my watch. I think we'll be good. Bye. What is that noise? It upsets me. Whatever. I don't care. My thing is like, I think that noise, it sounds like a gunshot, but maybe it's just a door swinging closed. I'm worried about picking up the rope. We need to pick up things to finish the game. Okay, so here is the important part. Forget all of this. The handgun. Yes, we are gonna take it. Could I even go back up if I wanted to? Let's see. Oh, can I just continue without looking at anything? Sure, whatever. Wait, can I go back up? Oh wait, I think I'm looking at a guide. I mean, I know how to get to it, but it says for some reason to click on this. Okay. So it says at the beginning of the game, check the dead body on the 3rd floor and the bookshelf on the 2nd floor. Enter the tunnel section. So wait, did we have to click on the dude? Are you kidding? Dude, I'm getting annoyed right now. If I gave up now, I would remember what I had seen so far in those tunnels. Did I quit? Yes. Why did it get so small all of a sudden? Space. For starting over. Once you start over, any previous progress will be erased. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Because we need to click on the dude, space. Alright, let's see. Sorry, So it looks like we need to do a couple of things. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on, come on. We took the security guard's flashlight. How, when, why, where? I don't know. We also lost our watch, and it was next to the security guard with the flashlight. Jeez, why is that so loud? Okay, so we clicked on the body on the 3rd floor. I do wish there was just... a quicker way to make that move, but whatever. Hello, Mr. Mouse. Goodbye, Mr. Mouse. We still need to do 2 playthroughs, by the way. Hopefully this... I know the... I know that the... This playthrough might take a minute. Still shouldn't take very long. But I know that the next one, which is where we don't pick anything up, should be a very, very quick speed run. I'm not dealing with you right now. What is that noise? God, my nose got so itchy. Yep. Come on. Yep, we did go down the ladder. And then we have to click on the map. And the gun, right? So I have to click on the map and the notes. Oh, god dang it. Come on. Okay, old map. Places all over marked. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the small forest near our neighborhood. Click it again. Some of the markings on the map looked older than others. I was starting to get the chills. It was damp and cold in those tunnels. Yep. Notes. Newspaper clippings from the local papers. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. There were photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more to find some kind of information. Okay. We are going to take this. Yes. And we're not going to take the knife. I don't care. God, my nose just got so crazy itchy. I had allergies earlier. Some kind of old boxes. They look like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. I want to check something else. You are allowed to pick up items required to continue. The hairpin on the trash can. Okay. The keys on the 3rd floor of your house. So all the keys and the crowbar are allowed, but these are not. That rope is not allowed. That counts as a pickup. You can also pick up the... Wait, no, you can also pick up the pistol and knife and still get the trophy, but other than that, did not pick up anything else. I didn't know I could pick up the thing, but okay. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna break our knee. Oh man, my leg hurts. I was limping even worse than before. I could hear some sort of faint humming noise up ahead. Great, I'm limping even more now, but at least we don't have to pick up the key card or whatever. Excuse me. Oh, do I still have soda? Oh man, awesome. What was the man upstairs up to? What was he doing there? As the musty scent of those rock walls was replaced with an altogether different smell, I braced myself. Huh. Oh, sorry. Let me need to scroll up and look for this. Okay, you can get to the sewer when you get to the sewer facility, you will find a ladder on the first room, climb up, and it will take you to the room with the boxes and the garbage bags. Explore the bags, and you will find a VCR tape. Keep thinking VHS. Why is it called VCR? Wait. I just realized that this... Picking this up, picking all the other stuff up does count. Damn it. This is like that. Doing all of this does count towards. Okay, the drain. Then drain the water in the exit room and the valves so you don't. So you can climb down the ladder. Okay, so we're not gonna go through here. We kind of already know. That's the kitchen knife we don't care about. Still unsure of where it came from. That's the door that is broken. Okay. So while I'm doing this, let's think. Oh. So everything started at my house. Then we went over to Norman's house, and there were 2 people. Sorry, there was one other. Dang it. No. Use a valve. There was one other person there with him. So. Was it Rachel? Was she there all along? Also, Norman was on the ground when he died. Oh my god. Did he literally do the same thing? Yeah, he did. Or maybe he like... Never mind. I thought maybe it was like the same thing. Alrighty. What if just Rachel... We were there for weeks. She left. Maybe she moved on with Norman? That still doesn't... So drain the water so you can climb down the ladder. Check on the left side, you'll see a key on the floor as it shines. Where's it shining? Oh wow, you can barely see that. Okay, so now we gotta go find the security guard. By the way, this is just to investigate potential travel plans. Wasn't he like dead right here? Yep, here he is. You said that eyeball as well, or like some sort of jellyfish, and it's everywhere? Okay. So it's definitely 2 people doing stuff. I'm thinking I'm one of the killers. Maybe some sort of organization. But someone is murdering people. Get the key and also check the surveillance camera on the left. Return to... Wait, am I supposed to check the surveillance? Wonder what was on the tape and why it was thrown out. Okay. There was dusty VCR on a security desk. I wonder what was on the VHS tape I found. Did I play the tape? Yes. The tape looked fuzzy and stretched like somebody had tampered with it. It looked like there could have been 2 men. Couldn't stand to watch that video again. Wait, what? Did I mess it up? Maybe I'm Norman. The The wall was littered with dozens of old faded papers. Whoever did this was obsessed with some local murders. According to some of the clippings, bodies had been found in ravines and forests, and in one case dumped in the back of an abandoned truck. Couldn't be sure, but I thought of some of these same articles. Some of these same articles had also been pasted up back in those tunnels. Did that sewer worker find this room? Is that why he was killed? A faded receipt was half trampled on the floor. It was from the local train station. Was for 2 tickets. I didn't know what was. Yes. I nearly folded the soiled receipt and slipped it into my front pocket. Okay. What was up with that noise in there? I hope I didn't mess it up. That was annoying. I wasn't scared and I wasn't like focused. I was looking over at my dog. So what happens if I check the videotape again? Is it gonna say anything different? Just because he says he doesn't stand. I couldn't stand to watch that video again. Damn it. Again, it was 2 men attacking a single person. That means there was 2 people. That one person obsessed with the murderer and another who was the murderer. Maybe. No, I don't care. Oh, okay, here we go. I like how I broke my leg for no reason because the rope didn't count. Sorry. Even though the rope counted, I still ended up picking up all this other stuff, so it doesn't matter. This is all considered. Oh wait, I don't have to. Oh, I do have to finish. I'm not gonna go up there. I do have to finish the game. My dog is staring at me. Okay. And next to the water tower, turn left and you will see a ticket office. Okay. I swear I did this already. My dog, what are you doing? Inside the crumbling old ticket booth were sheets of faded paper, ledgers, and notes. Hey. Fished around for receipts and found one. Comparing it to the receipt I found. Hey. Was too old. That ticket was bought somewhere else. Must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. Wait, what? Saw more papers with faded notes and scribbles on them, but they didn't help much. Did I not do this correctly? Hey! Stop. Stop. Dog is like freaking out on the rug. Sorry. Go inside, turn left, and you will see a ticket office. The character will check the receipt, and you will mention that there are some notes and ledgers, wondering if someone was looking for a name. I clearly did something wrong. I think I had to do the other thing first. Like how... What time is it? I'm a little upset that through the sewer and next to the tower. Wait. Need a little key in tunnel sewer to open the fence gate, and then you can walk to the train station. You need receipts found in house earlier. The receipts are found in the first locked door in the sewer next to the room with the first valve. The key you need to get is on the dead guard. You can draining the water. It's on the left of the ladder by the grate. Someone literally got the same exact... Oh my god, these comments come from like 2014. Okay. You can get the key to the fence gate after draining the gate and climbing down the ladder that was blocked. It's to the left of the ladder by a grate. Yes. The trophy popped when I selected the ticket window located on the left part of the train station. Literally right here, yet says that my ticket is too new and that it required that I go to the new train station. There is no new train station. Okay, we're gonna do two runs right now. I'm a little annoyed by this, but whatever. It shouldn't take too long. What time is it? Oh my god. It shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna do two things. First one, let's go get the gun achievement. That one shouldn't be too bad. Then we will get the Oh my god, I just sped run through that so fast. Thank god. I'm not dealing with this. We're gonna get the gun achievement real quick, and then... Oh, no, we can't speed run. I really didn't want to do another day of this game. Not that I dislike it. This is definitely a really good game, but... I could play longer. I have plans. At 6, and it's currently 5:40. There's no way that I can speed run 2 more times. There's no way I can speed run. Oh wait, no, I only have to do this. I have to do this twice. Not really. So all I have to do is, first off, get this achievement. It shouldn't take too long. Yes. Come on. I wish there was a way to make the text go way faster because it's so slow. I'm not going in there. Let's go. That's so loud. And then there is there another one after this? I don't think so. Cool. Pretty sure it's just 4. It's just these 2, and then there's 2 more upstairs. So we're gonna go through this run right now, right? Get the gun achievement, and then we're going to do the My issue is like how long even just no pickup run would take. Finish this run, do a no pickup run, and then do the ticket booth. Oh my god, you see, and then not only that, look how slow the text is, and then I gotta do that again and again and again. I just need an update. I could have sworn this was a one-click only. That's fine with me. Let's go. I feel like maybe I need to follow this to the dot and double click on everything. So I think I messed up by looking at the video first before going to go get the ticket. Or I just need to double click and check on everything. Yes. At least the Norman level is pretty easy. First level is easy. The tunnels level isn't too difficult, but the sewers is the one that takes the longest. This one does take... the forest is so... You just saw me go through that. It was like a minute. And then, what was the other one? Oh, the factory right here? Yeah, that was easy. Is this a truck? Is this where the dead bodies are? Yep, thanks. How I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. Why is the door open is my question. Again, we're speed running. Like, with the lack of information that the game provides, it's hard to give like a defined story, especially because we have a condition of sleepwalking. There's a murderer on the loose. The video showed 2 people attacking a person rather than just one. If it was one, we could probably definitely pinpoint it to either myself or the other guy. But you can't point it to Norman because he's dead. If we knew, like, Rachel's last name, and then maybe we had more information, or we could see inventory. I think I need to read that letter. We have to say that Rachel is dead. I didn't even click on his body. Yep. Okay. Again, I'm speed running right now. We just need to get home. 1, 2... Was it 3 or 4? I mean, we'll check 3 anyways. It's 3, okay. And then on this very first house right here is the mailbox. We're just gonna read through it real quick. And I think that's what will have us be like, oh, did Rachel happen to cheat on us with Norman because we were all friends and supposedly... I don't know. Wait. Stay away. She's mine. That wasn't it. No signature, no other information. Wait. What? Who wrote this? Damn it, Norman. What did you get yourself into? Did you... That was different. So we have no presumption that Rachel may have again, no expectation. Yeah, the power's off because you didn't pay for the bills, my guy. So we're gonna do a couple of things. We know that this is the basement. It's closed or broken or whatever. We can check this. No, we can't check that door. We need to go upstairs. Check. Not yes, this door. This is our office door, right? No, this is the bathroom. I don't care for the bathroom. I'm still so confused by it all. Oh wait, let me go up. It was Rachel's. I remembered it from that trip we took out west. Did I open the suitcase? I wasn't sure what to make of the suitcase's contents. Inside were a few days worth of clothes, some toiletries, and a train ticket. I checked the date and time. It matched the receipt I found back in those horrible sewers. What was this? Rachel, who were you running away with? This is completely different. If she was here, this is confusing. So it depends. Not only does it depend on what we click on, it depends on. Sorry, like it doesn't depend on like what we pick up. It depends on anything here. Notice how there's no mail either. She's just here. That'd be funny. Yes. Interesting. Unless I'm so this just proves everything. It doesn't I want to say it doesn't matter or it's a dream, but everything is dependent on what it is we pick up and everything that we see. We're gonna say yes to seeing what's her face here. Even though that doesn't make sense because looks like we're obsessed with the guy or the murderer. I mean, filled it like a pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of it was awful and made my eyes water. Terrified to even touch the pile to see what was laying, but I knew I had to. I had to come. Yep. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find Rachel? Yes. So if you click no, Rachel doesn't exist. If you click yes, she does exist, which makes no sense. Oh no, no, please! Among the stained fabric and rotting odor, my wife's body lay crumpled in a heap. A single bloody wound had ripped open her chest, but thankfully the details were obscured by blood and dirt. Okay, I could tell she had been shot. She was shot. She wasn't stabbed this time. So the story changes. Okay, so I'm over here freaking breaking my mind trying to figure out a cohesive story to this, but it doesn't matter because it changes depending on what it is that we decide on. Am I really gonna go through every single room again? Like... It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. So if we like look for information regarding potentially Rachel having cheated on us with Norman, or us looking through, I don't know, all the other stuff, but it feels like Rachel and I are the murderers. Is there anything in this room? That's my computer room, but there isn't a safe in here like there usually is. And I'm also confused about the whole, like, we have cancer, but then we open the safe, and then the safe says something along the lines of, like, hey, don't, oh, what is this? No, Norman didn't. No way. Norman had ended up dead himself. Whoever sent that threatening letter must have got to him, but who the hell was it? Yeah, that wouldn't have made sense. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that Norman, my guy, is just an innocent bystander. He's just chilling. Are you gonna make me walk through all of this? Yes. Okay. Can we go back upstairs and end it? Finish the game? There's no way I can do 2 runs in 15 minutes. I sat down at the table and stared at the gun in my hand. It didn't seem so heavy this time. If I wanted to, I could use the gun to finally end this. The question was, did I think that I deserved it? Did I? Was this my fault? Did I deserve to die? Yes. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some ways to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's report but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when things falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of long-standing horror. I'd been living. Walking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. Even the man I had found in that old place was a mystery. Why he was dead or who had done it to him was not something I could even begin to understand, or why, for that matter, I was in that damn room in the first place. After making it out of those tunnels, I thought the sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I had watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people, but who was it that was attacked? The tangled mess of that horrible forest was an experience I'd never want to repeat, but going from that forest to the old plant was hardly a relief. The memories of that place, it was painful just to think of it there was something going on there. I just realized the lists don't match. The murder list compared to the list with Rachel's name on it doesn't match. I don't think. So I think what that means is maybe one of them is just a friend, maybe it's or an invitation. Damn, Norman, how did you get mixed up in all of this? I know you weren't a perfect man, none of us are, but did you deserve this? Maybe whoever had done this was responsible for the others' murders that happened in that town. At the very least, I was convinced you and Rachel were killed by the same person. I sincerely hope you would find some peace, my friend. I knew I never would. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I just really clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I had started to feel as disoriented. I just realized our house used to feel so lively, so warm, but coming into the kitchen it felt so cold and empty. Everything terrible thought I had up to that point was suddenly a possibility, but nothing could have prepared me. My wife, dead, ruined, discarded. Rachel's death was a terrible mystery to me, one that would haunt me forever unless I did something about it. For what solace can a man take in the death of his wife? What comfort can I be offered? Rachel had been taken from me, and I might never know why. I checked the gun again. It still had a few bullets left. I felt surprisingly calm as I sat there with it. I could feel its weight, and perhaps it was a sense of something allowed me to understand what had to be done. Rachel was dead, and there was nothing I could do about it. Sounded like the same door open. It also sounded like we hit the floor. And there is our eraser. End your story in the kitchen. All right. Let me check something real quick. So yeah, the thing about this game is that it doesn't matter what decisions you make, what choices you make. The story seems to change depending on what it is you do. I thought for a second that maybe it had to do with I want to play it again, but why is it so tiny? It's like super tiny. Oh, you can see my mouse. You can see how big it is. That's way too tiny. Okay, we're gonna do two things. First off, okay, sorry about that. So we are going to click on the dude twice. Oh man. Okay. Never mind. I'm just gonna have to end it here, unfortunately. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna probably play again either later today or again tomorrow. Just the same game. I want to get through this. I might stream twice tomorrow just so I can do the first half of this and then the second half do something else. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. I really do like this game. I was hoping I could 100% complete it in this one run, but I have plans, so I guess I will deal with that. Anyways, see you tomorrow.